Now let's look at a very interesting part from now on. We're getting more into history now. This is very interesting, but at the same time very sad as well. But there are lots and lots of lessons to learn from this. So I'm going to spend more time on this one and explain to you history. As I said, that the purpose of this halaqah is not just to mention miracles 1, 2, 3, but go into history, learn from our history, see what we can extract, what benefits we can extract, and how we can implement these lessons in our life. So that's my whole focus. So prediction about Battle of Jamal. So Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he made a prediction. He told the Sahaba radiallahu anhu, by the way, this is recorded in Sahih al-Bukhari. He said, the hour will not be established. It's the Qiyamah. He said, the hour will not be established till two big groups fight against each other, whereupon there will be great number of casualties on both sides, and they will follow the same call. Basically, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is saying there will be two Muslim groups who will fight against each other, and there will be many people who will be killed in that one. So that was like, when whoever heard it, they were kind of surprised. How is that going to happen? But it happened very soon actually. So let's look at the story, what really happened. So last time I mentioned about how Sayyidina Uthman radiallahu anhu, he was massacred, how he became shaheed, how the assassins really managed to get to his house and kill. So we discussed that story. So when he was massacred, and how old was he at that time? About 83 kind of. It happened around in 36 Hijri years. We're talking about 25 years after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that was a big thing. And what happened was, Aisha radiallahu anha, she heard the news that Uthman radiallahu anhu was massacred, and she wanted to take revenge. She wanted justice. She wanted that all these people who murdered, they should be executed as well. And Ali radiallahu anhu, people gave bay'ah, the fourth Khalifa. Everybody knew that he was going to be Khalifa, obvious choice. So people started giving pledge to Ali that you will be our caliph and so on. But Aisha radiallahu anha, she insisted that no, we should first punish the murderers. And her point was that Uthman radiallahu anhu was not an ordinary person. He was a companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are talking about a person who Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, he said that he is from that Ashra Mubashara, right? The 10 people who were promised paradise. And not just that, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam married his daughter to him. Two of them actually, Kulthum and Ruqayya radiallahu anhu. And in fact, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that when both of them passed away one after another, he said that if I had more daughters, I will give Uthman my daughters. He loved him so much. So Aisha radiallahu anha was saying, he was so much beloved to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Are you just going to take the matter lightly? And we are not just talking about this special person. He is the Khalifa. He is the toppest person in our community. He is our leader. How can we just keep quiet? And it's just not a question of injury or harming. They killed him, massacred him. We have to take revenge. So she had a strong point, and she said that the murderers must be punished. But Ali radiallahu anhu, he was a very wise person, and he said that I cannot take that decision. And his point was that in order first to punish somebody, you have to have a khilafah, you have to have a Muslim ruler to do that. And right now, it's like everything is in chaos. Khalifa was murdered, and it's still not clear who's the Khalifa. People are randomly giving him bay'ah, and he doesn't have complete support from everybody. And people are upset as well about the murder. So Ali radiallahu anhu, he was saying, I want to punish these murderers too, but we should wait for some time. This is why, because most of the people who were saying, oh, we will make you Khalifa, these people, these supporters, they actually had some links with the murderers as well. So Ali radiallahu anhu, he thought that if I punish these murderers, these very people who support me will turn against me and they will kill me exactly how they killed Uthman. And his plan, his idea, he was thinking long term. He was saying, I'm going to wait, I'm going to establish myself first, have this khilafah very nicely placed, put right people, right person at the right spot. When everything, security wise, when everything is good, then I will punish them. Because you can punish them, you can kill them, but now you're risking what? You're risking the entire Islamic caliphate. It can completely go away, all these years of caliphate. So he said that there should be no civil war. That's the first thing. When everything is cooled down, then I will start punishing them. But Aisha radiallahu anha, she had a different viewpoint. She said that this is such a huge matter that we cannot let these murderers sleep comfortably even for a single night. That's just not acceptable. We're talking about one of the best persons loved by Rasulullah. So they had arguments. Anyway, so the matter became very severe, and they were trying to interfere in political matters, so it came to war. And Ali radiallahu anhu moved to Kufa. He had a lot of support there in Kufa because, remember, as I said, he was the governor of Yemen, and people of Yemen just loved him like something. Obviously you live in certain area, people see you worshipping and your wisdom and your great capacities and abilities. So in Kufa, Umar radiallahu anhu actually established a military base, and most of these were Yemenis people. So Ali radiallahu anhu thought that I should move to Kufa and establish my caliphate there, because now Kufa is also another benefit, is that it is now central part of the entire Muslim kingdom, right? Everybody is like expanding in the Islamic region, so Muslims are more. So he wanted to have a central place, and also Medina is no more good for him because there's so much civil war going on. And Ali radiallahu anhu had also another point that he could have actually punished these murderers, but the problem is that there are so many new Muslims that they will just not accept his wisdom, and they basically don't have firm grounding in Islam. So they will just have superficial knowledge, and they'll say, oh Ali, you did wrong, you should have done this and that. So he knew all that was going to happen, so he took this decision to delay punishment. Anyways, Aisha radiallahu anha, she decided to get involved in the battle. She headed this battle of Jamal along with other two Sahaba, Talha and Zubayr radiallahu anhu. And this is called Battle of Jamal, camel, Jamal meaning camel, because the Aisha radiallahu anha had a hawda, which is like the camel, and she was on top of it, all covered. And she used to give instructions, the military instructions from her camel. So that's why it's called Battle of Camel and Jamal, and Battle of Basra as well, because this was fought in Basra, the Iraq region. Anyways, so they fought, and Ali radiallahu anhu, his army was able to defeat the army of Aisha, Talha and Zubair radiallahu anhu. And he was very respectable, though, Ali radiallahu anhu. He made sure that this is the mother of the believers, the wife of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He made sure that she was given very good protection, and she had her go to Medina with full escort, and everything she made sure was fine. And actually, if you look at scholars, what they said about this war is that they said that they basically referred to the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wherein he said that if a mujtahid or a scholar makes a mistake, he gets one reward, but if he makes a correct decision, he gets 2 rewards. So basically, sometimes we see that a mujtahid or a scholar, he can give a wrong decision. He might take the principles and apply them, but the end result might not be a correct one. So they said that Ali radiallahu anhu in this case was more on the white side, more closer to the truth than Aisha radiallahu anhu. Aisha radiallahu anha, she had her own points as well. And so now we have to remember one point, that in this whole battle, this was very difficult time for Muslims, because what happened was, now we are talking about two big groups. Two big groups, and both of them are Muslims. Now just remember, one side it's Ali, and the other side is Aisha, Talha and Zubair. And you know who are these people, right? Aisha radiallahu anha, she was not only a big name in the list of scholars, one of the top scholars, but Rasulullah sallallahu publicly told to people that the most beloved person to him was who? Aisha radiallahu anha, including male, female, everybody. He said that Aisha radiallahu anha, she was the most beloved to him. And Talha and Zubair, were also big names. Again, that same Ashra Mubashara, the 10 people who were promised paradise, they were among the two. So now when these two groups are fighting, and obviously Ali everybody knows, he's so famous, and he was also from the Ashra Mubashara, they're kind of confused. How is this possible even? They don't know which side to choose. Both of them have good points. And they took out their swords and they were like, this sword was always taken to kill kafirs. Just show me where's a kafir and I'll kill them. But they see that both sides are Muslims. Who to fight against? And this was the most difficult time for them. So one lesson that we really learned from this is that differences between scholars happened since that time. And we have differences even now. So the scholar said that the best group in this fitna was the group who was not involved in fighting at all. There were many Sahaba, they said, we're not going to choose any sides, we're just going to remain home and worship, because it was such a difficult time. So that's what we should do. That's the lesson here, is that whenever people fight over an issue, there's so much heavy agreements and both of the sides seem to have just choice, just leave the fitna alone. Don't get involved in it. So that's something we need to learn, and we see this thing happening even today. People just get furious over matters. They shouldn't get, they should try to compromise, be more wise. Anyway, so the Zubair radiallahu anhu, how was he related to Aisha radiallahu anhu? It's like the brother-in-law, right? Her sister name was what? Asma radiallahu anhu. Both of them daughters of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. And when Zubair, actually Talha and Zubair, they were killed in this battle. And her sister became a widow because of this. And Aisha radiallahu anha, she regretted this whole battle. And she said that I will not interfere in politics anymore. And she just remained in her house. And she was not involving in the future political decisions as well.